Gearing up now for a new showdown in the healthcare fight. It will happen this morning. We're awaiting House votes on delaying certain requirements for many Americans. This will be the 38th time Republicans have tried to either scale it back, defund, or eliminate Obamacare altogether. Republican Congressman Kevin Brady out of Texas, my guest, chairman of the Subcommittee on Health and member of the House Ways and Means Committee. He's the co-sponsor of a lot of this today. And, sir, good morning and welcome back. What are you specifically trying to do today if you get the votes?
Yeah, well, this is the first time Treasury has actually appeared before Congress since they tried to hide this blockbuster announcement in a blog post over the 4th of July. And the obvious question is, look, if Warren Buffett is going to get a pass from Obamacare from the White House, how about Joe Sixpack? I mean, how about average workers who are worried about this as well? Because clearly, if Obamacare is not ready for business, is it ready for your family, for your child, for your loved one? The answer is probably not.
Okay, now just to back up a little bit here to remind viewers what happened from the White House 2 weeks ago. Was it the afternoon of July 3rd? Is that when that came out?
Yeah, it was actually the second, but it's right during that holiday.
I got it. That was late in the afternoon on Tuesday, released in a blog post. You're right about that. And that delayed for 1 year the employer mandate. If you have a company and you employ more than 50 individuals, you now get another year to before you have to obey the law. Now, you're trying to also do this for individuals. In what sense, sir?
Yeah, out of fairness, because, you know, if the businesses don't have to comply with the law on time as scheduled, as the law says, why do workers have to do this? In fact, Obamacare is no more ready for them. And for them, you know, it's just not an issue of the bottom line. You know, it's their family, it's their children. And by every measure, this White House has missed every deadline for putting this in place. So we're worried about the workers and the families.
All right. Now, listen, I've got a poll here. 66% as of now, according to our polling, say that they're worried about Obamacare and how it makes them feel about the future for their health care. That number just keeps going up. And Jay Carney made the case yesterday. He says that there is no data that supports that companies right now are letting go of employees because they're concerned about taking them from full-time to part-time or getting underneath that 50 number threshold. In addition to that, we've got a question from a viewer now. Because you asked BYA, I want to get to this right now because Neil's asking in a tweet, how can the president, P-O-T-U-S, unilaterally postpone a portion of a law? Doesn't Congress have to approve changes to the law? What is your view on that, sir?
Yeah, well, I agree. I think Congress does have to approve changes of this magnitude. That's actually what we're going to do today, to actually move that postponement date or move that deadline back a year. But, you know, it raises a question. If the White House thinks they have the legal authority to postpone it for the CEOs in business, don't they have the legal authority to postpone it for the workers and their families? And we think the answer is Congress should postpone them both. It's not ready.
I'm reading the law here, and it appears that any amendments are viable so long as they're made before the end of the year, which would be December 31st, 2013. So according to the way that the provision in the law was written, the White House can do this. And if that is true, you're kind of under the gun right now in terms of a time frame.
You know, we are under the gun mainly because you're already seeing, and I disagree with Jay Carney, he just needs to walk along any main street in America. Business will tell you they're cutting hours, they're cutting workers, they are not hiring. And by the way, they're seeing huge increases in their health care costs they don't know how to pay for today. So Main Street America has been begging not just for a one-year postponement, they want the mandate repealed because they know the damage is being done. But where does that leave workers? Where does that leave the single mom working at the local restaurant? Boy, the White House certainly isn't listening to them.
Well, you had the unions come out with a scathing letter, too. I mean, they weren't happy either. So we're still searching to find people who are happy with this. Maybe if you're 25 years old and live with your parents, you're happy. We shall see. Kevin Brady, the vote comes soon. Come on back, okay? Thank you. To our viewers at home, you bet. Hemmer at foxnews.com is the email.